Alright, all things Tonga. Our project continues today. Got fussy. We're going to open up some of these walls here so we can get more light into the backpackers unit. The crew is, let me show you the crew right here. There's my man over here, Fussy's apprentice. Booty, say hello to Mariah. There's Booty, he's the supervisor. So I'll just kind of walk you through the plan today. So we are gonna cut this wall, open it up, make a counter. Tulo fast, hagi uno, malo. And look from the inside right here. So just gonna open this up, make it a counter where the backpackers can get their coffee. And we are gonna open up this wall, kind of just remodel this bathroom, tile it, just redo the whole thing. And again, pour a slab on the floor. So that is the goal here. Hopefully by next week I can get that wrapped up, but I will update you guys on the progress, and then later on we'll talk about what I feel when it comes to construction in Tonga, and also the challenges that come with working on a project for those of us that live overseas. Some of the things, logistics that we got to deal with in getting things done without losing our shorts. So, and that's really the key. You know, how can we get a project done here in Tonga, but at the same time, you know, be able to protect ourselves from financially from some of the losses that can occur doing business here, especially construction. All right, Ofatu, and I will talk to you on the next clip. All right, all things Tonga audience, we are continuing on with our teardown as far as the backpackers unit, but the boys had to go grab some tools to kind of knock off the concrete wall, and I got a little project that I'm gonna just kind of show you what I'm working with here. I'm gonna turn an old dryer into an umu oven that we can relocate out at the beach and just kind of smoke some chicken and do some loo. Just a small one, but something that we can use for cooking out there. So I will flip that around and show you what it looks like. Alright, so here's just an old dryer that we use. It doesn't really make sense to have dryers out here, but every once in a while we have a bunch of rainy days, and it can last to a week, and if you're trying to do laundry, that could be frustrating. So, but we're gonna just repurpose this dryer and go from there. Alright, let me set my settings on my camera. Let's see how this stuff goes. So again, I'm going to just repurpose this dryer. Back home I have all my battery drills and all that. I put a couple in the box that I shipped over on one of my videos, but that's not going to be here for another 4 weeks, so by then I'll be close to being gone. But I'm just going to take this apart and try to build something. And again, that's what you do in Tonga. You know, we can just run to Home Depot, buy a new barbecue spend 300 bucks, but you know, that same barbecue right here just double the price. So, you know, and it's island, we don't have much, so we get good at improvising. But this kind of stuff I love to do is turn old junk into something. I don't know if they have any one of these tools in America. It's a screwdriver and a pry tool. It needs to be a grinder though. I gotta grind some of these screws up. Somebody asked me why is it that I don't stay in Tonga and why do I leave? And I come back every year. For those of us that for those of us that were raised in the States, we have lives there. So, you know, my kids are used to being in the States, in America, going to school, and being on an island can be hard for them. Being isolated, not a lot to do, so that can be challenging for those of you that want to move here and have kids. You know, if you raise your kids here, that's different. You know, they're used to it. But my kids went to high school in the States. My youngest one spent his first 4 years over here pretty much, and when he was in kindergarten, we moved back to the States. So he's used to all that stuff. I tried to get him to come here. He just wants to snowboard the whole time, so there you go. That's why. And my wife is from there as well, so they're just more comfortable here. But as I get older, you know, I'm starting to wind down as far as physical activity. And my kids, if they want to stay there, they just will run our little family painting business, and I'll spend more time here in Tonga. And that's another reason why I'm trying to get all this done. So hopefully within the next couple years, a lot of my projects that I'm working on will be mostly complete. Nothing is ever complete here in Tonga. There is always work to do. So for us Tongans that decided to relocate here, just know there's always work to do and there's always challenges, but you can't give up. You know, you get used to the culture. Sometimes you get disappointed because you work with families and it feels like you're being taken advantage of, and you might be being taken advantage of, but despite that, you got to overcome it, because Tonga is really a beautiful place. I know I've touched on some negative stuff, but you know, at the end of the day, it's really a nice place, relaxing, safe, and like I said, the culture is friendly. And for those of you who are not Tongan and are looking for a place for retirement, you know, if you work with the right people, you should be fine. A lot of things in Tonga are new, and even those that have decided to spend their golden years here have their work cut out for them as well. But despite that, it is nice. I mean, the cost of living can be cheaper if you plan it out right. Alright, I gotta get this screw loose, and I got no tools. The grinder, I have a grinder, but it's locked up, and I got somebody coming that can grind these screws. So. Alright, let me turn this off and get to tearing this thing apart. Then I'll show you guys on a later clip as far as progress. Alright, see you now.